welcome along to Mondo Chalavec Movies. My name is John, and this is going to be the third part of my series where I look at my favourite slipcovers in my collection. Now, these are going to be from the last ones from this shelf here, and then I'm going to go through systematically, and I'm going to do this like not all the time, but you know, I'm going to catch up maybe one a week or maybe one every other week, and I'm going to do all of the slipcases in this my collection which stand out to me, which have got like a really good slipcase. And I'm going to rank them all at the end of it and tell you which is my favourite slipcase in the whole collection. What I've done as well, I went on eBay and I found out a bit of a price on what to expect to pay. These are unsold items, so I've went through about the last 3 months and just see what a rough price of what you're going to get if you wanted to purchase these ones now. Most of these ones, just to ensure a slipcase, would be got off eBay. So the first one is the Two Evil Eyes from 88 Films. Now this is number 43, and it's got a... Now the funny thing about this slipcover is, I'm going to talk about the slipcover for just a minute here, is that I've never really been a fan of this cover, this artwork. I always think it looks a little bit odd. I know it's about the cat, it's got this face, and I know the nose is made up of a skeleton's arm, but I always found it to be a little bit of a poor, how can I put it? A poor look to a slipcase, a slip cover should I say, and you do get your, which I prefer that art, I must admit. That's the one that was on the Anchor Bay release actually. So it's just, it's funny I'm putting one in there, and I've never really, it's not that I don't really like it, I just think it's an odd image to put on a slipcase, but this edition is a really good edition. If I'm honest, it's the best one it's ever been, best one it's probably ever going to be. And if you want to buy it, usually costs about £10, but shop around, you'll probably get it for a little bit less with the slipcase on. The next one is number 44 in the Italian Classics collection, and it is Nightmare Beach. Now this is a Umberto Lenzi film, and it's a good film actually. It's got a lovely print on it as well. It's got a nice reversible cover there. So yes, so this one will set you around about £15 or plus, but shop around. There's another one, shop around, because you'll probably get one a bit cheaper. Keep an eye on them on eBay, and they'll just turn around, and you'll probably get one a little bit cheaper than that. None of these so far have gone into stupid money. There's a few I want to talk about that are a little bit harder to get, but it's a look. It really invokes the film as well. That's what I like about it. See, Two Evil Eyes just sometimes doesn't really tell you a little bit about that film enough, but you know exactly what you're getting in Nightmare Beach, because that's exactly what happens. Now the next one was spine number 45, and this was the first ever slipcase that I got in the Italian Classics collection, because before they were all like that, and even though there's a few slipcases here and there that I could have got, I decided not to get them because I didn't want to spoil the whole look of them. But now they're all in slipcases from there, I've decided to get them all in slipcases. So this is why all these are in slipcases. But this is the first one I got because it was a limited edition, and I didn't think you would ever get it. I didn't think it would come out again, and I wanted to get it. And it is number 5, and it's Eyeball. Now this is the special edition of it, and you get like you get a lot of stuff inside actually. Nice reversible art, very old-fashioned giallo art in there, which I love. All this old giallo artwork. The fact that they've put it in there is great. So this one here, the special edition, will cost you around about £15 plus. It does sometimes go stupid money, but it shouldn't cost you more than £20. But I do like that cover, and I do think that this started me off on the whole I must get the slipcases for 88 Films. I could go back and get the other ones, but they would just look, the uniformity would be lost on there, and I just don't like having something that's... I know I've bit the bullet and went into slipcases now, but I'm resigned to that. But this one here was the start of it all. Look what you've done to me. Now this one here is spine number 49, and it will probably get you, you'd probably say about £15 plus, and is Green Inferno / Cannibal Holocaust 2. Now don't let that fool you. Cannibal Holocaust 2, it isn't. it's one of them very exploitational titles that they put on here. There's probably a few Cannibal Holocaust 2s actually, and it is nowhere anything like Cannibal Holocaust. There's no animals slaughter in here, which is great. Who wants to see that? And it's a decent film, but it's more like a sort of action film. It's not really. There's no reversible art on there. There's no there's nothing in it that's anything like. And obviously, with it being a 15, there's no way anything Cannibal Holocaust 2, if it had anything in like Cannibal Holocaust, would be a 15. But I do like that cover. I've got to admit, it does. But it's one of them ones that doesn't really give you a good idea what the film is. It's not really like that, if I'm honest. The next one is number 52, and it is Paganini Horror. Now, this is the funny film, this, because I got it, and it's all right. It's not bad. It's got a really strange premise about this whole, like, music that where they play it, it gets this spirit back and all that. It's a little bit farcical in that, but I do think there's no reversible art in this one either. I do think it's got a really good death in it. There's death by crushing, but it's great how they've done it. It's a really good effect, and for that reason, I mean, I wouldn't get rid of these anyway, but for that, this film is worth that for that alone. If you've seen it, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's got a lovely. Now these ones haven't got. This one's got a very good matte finish to it, and this one's got like high gloss in it. There's not many of these have got like. Well, I will come down to the soft touches in a minute, but mainly it's the fact of the artwork. It's artwork you don't see on regular releases, which is something I've talked about in the comments down below. The fact that sometimes you can get these films, brand new films of the latest blockbuster, and it's like must have took them 10 seconds to put a cover together, just basically somebody's face looking off in the distance. These are the ones that you want to see. If a blockbuster had any sort of thing put on like this, which they used to back in the day, like Joe's Rollerball, they used to look amazing. The Doctor Who one, the James Bond ones used to look amazing as well. So it's a shame that they don't do that anymore. Now this one is number 55. Now that one will go set you back around about £10 or less. It won't break the bank, that one. A lot of these won't break the bank actually. Now this one is it's a good film, and it's number 55, and you can get it for around about £15, and it's spine number 55, Beatrice Cenci or Cenci. It's a hard one to say, that one. It's got a good reversible art as well, which I think is a really excellent art. Now the reason it's not, I wouldn't say it jumps out at you, but I think it jumps out at you because it looks so old school. It looks like something you would find in a sort of like an old bookshop. It does look like an old Mills and Boon title that you would see on the shelf in the romance section. I don't know why it appeals to us, but it really does. So a good film, quite brutal for its time, and I'm going to say it's somewhat ridiculous. 1969. I haven't got this. The cover doesn't tell you on the other side what it's from, but it is really gory as well. Well, not gory, but like violent. Yep. So the next one is number 56 in the Italian Classics collection, and it is Macabre. Now this is a great film. I do love this film. 1980, Lamberto Bava, who did Demons as well. I got a lot of fun out of this movie. It is quite strange. It's based on true events to a certain extent. The ending is just magnificent for being so ridiculous, but I don't mind that. Now this is good, really good exploitational reverse art on there. I do really like the fact that it's took. I do like reversible arts anyway on a slipcover. Now this has got a nice soft touch one. This you just get a lovely. I don't know what it is about the soft touch slipcases, but they've got that little bit extra about them. And this one will set you back if you wanted to get it. Cost you about £10. Like I say, most of these won't break the bank, but you've got to have your wits about you on eBay. Don't get caught into paying £20-30. And some people do, but I don't think you need to. But this is highly recommended film, and it's got lovely print as well, especially for 1980. You would think it wouldn't really have one, but they've done an amazing job on it. The next one is a really nice slipcover on here, and it is number 58, and it's the devil, not the devil, it's seven bloodstained orchids. Lovely soft touch. It's just got that feel, and it's got a lovely reversible art as well. Very good high 70s giallo. It was Umberto Lenzi's last giallo, and it's a good film actually. It's not bad at all, and it's got like I say, it's got a lovely cover. And these some of these ones I've left a few of them out because I've got good covers, but these are the ones that just stand out for me. This next one, and that would send you about £10 actually. That's really weird. I thought that would be really expensive on eBay, but it's not. £10 or lower, madly enough. This next one is spine number 62, and it's Witchcraft, and I do like that cover because it's so, you just, back in the day, I'm talking about back in the day, in the late 80s and 90s, you would have never seen anything like this on the cover. But it's, like I say, it's just that image there is just an amazing image to feature on the cover of a film, on a film cover. So that's one of the reasons why I like a good exploitational cover. I've got to admit, they do get my. It's just because when you look at it, you just realise when you come from a certain era, you think there's no way on earth that would have been let through to be on the shelves, and there it is. You can just buy it in your local HMV. The next one is not part of that series now. I've moved away from that Italian classics series, and the next one is Evil Speak. Now this was a former Video Nasty, banned Video Nasty, and this is fully uncut from 88. You can still get it now, obviously not with the slipcover. If you want to get the slipcover, you might be looking around about £20 for this, because this is it's a nice, actually I think it's a bit of a soft touch one, but it's very, very well drawn, which I love the artwork on some of these. You can't go past them. Interior has the original artwork there, original banned horror Video Nasty cover, and it's not a film that I watch very often, if I'm honest. I do need to rewatch this again because I haven't seen this for such a long time. I can't really remember anything about it, but I need to get back into it. But I do, as soon as I saw it, I had to get it, especially with the slip cover on. This is one of the first ones where I thought, ooh, slip covers are good. The next one is a film which is, to be honest, this really got my attention, the cover. The film isn't great. It is good to a certain extent, but it's not as good as the cover shows you. So this does beg the question that when our interests are got in the video shops, that sometimes you can get a really good cover and the film itself is not that good. But I do like it, but it's not as good as you would imagine. It's quite a, like I say, an exploitational. I didn't know what this film is about. It's not. I wouldn't say it's anything really pertaining to this particular cover, if I'm honest. The cover inside is actually a really good cover, and it reminds us quite a lot of a video. Wow, it reminds us quite a lot of Vinegar Syndrome titles, and so this film, it's not everyone's tastes. Ignore the sort of slipcover because it doesn't really have anything like that in it. But I did like the fact that it did stand out, so it didn't make us buy it. I bought this because of the slipcover. So there you go. These things could work. The next one is it's not a great slipcover, but it's I like it because it reminds me just of the type of films, the type of covers you would get when the film came out originally. It's Porky's Revenge, and if you want to buy this one, if you want to buy Pets, that's around about £10. Porky's Revenge is underneath £10. Does have a good alternative art on there as well. I don't think that was the original cover. I don't think the front was the original cover. It just reminds us of something you would see in the video shop. It's like a bit of a throwback to another time. Great cover though. Really like it. I like the one that's busy. I like a busy slip cover. This next one here is this will set you around about £20 plus, but you don't see many of them out there. This is Frankenstein Created Woman. This is the American version from, and who released this one? I'm not too sure actually. Millennium Entertainment, and you do get some art cards with it, and the slipcover is just the same as the thing. This is my favourite Frankenstein film from the Hammer series. If you haven't seen the Hammer Frankenstein films, you're missing out because you really need to see them. This one usually stand alone. You can watch them in the series or they stand alone of their own movie, and this one's no exception. But it's just got a really, really good premise about Frankenstein. he's done with making. He gets the spirit or the soul of a man who was beheaded, and he puts the soul into the body of a woman who's been murdered, and then the woman gets her own back, basically because for herself, and also because of this man's spirit goes around killing the people who killed her and him. That's not really giving you any spoilers, but wow, what a story. It's really, really good. It's got a lovely print on this as well. It does need a UK release. I don't think it's out in the UK, especially not in Blu-ray. The next one will set you around about £20 plus again, and it is Blood on Satan's Claw. Now it isn't a Hammer film, but it's kind of more or less like a Hammer film. It's got every aspect of it, and it's got all the people in that you would want to see in a Hammer film. It's got Linda Hayden and Michelle Dotrice, or as my wife's sister used to call her when she was little, Michelle Dot Rice. And this is the special edition, limited to 4,000. I've got 3,314, and the film, it does look good. It's a great film. It's a really it's not a nasty film, but it's got some nasty elements in it. One of these ones where people go to a certain area in some kind of medieval village and everything, you know, if you're an outsider, things go really badly wrong for you, and there's a bit of a cult thing in there. It's a really good film, and you didn't used to see this for a long time in the UK. So this one, like I say, about £20 plus. The slipcase obviously is very high, limited to 4,000. I think that's why it's put the price up. So before I get into my favourite title on this run, this my favourite cover, there's a couple of covers that was down here on there of DVDs. Now this one here is a one that I've had for a long time. It's a region one, and I would imagine a lot of people have seen this one. But I want to show it because it's the Terminator 2 limited edition DVD kind of steelbook. It is just like a slipcase, but it's just like a metal tin, and it's a very odd release. But you get the American Blu-ray, the American DVD. The reason why I got this was because it had all the cuts of the Terminator on, which you couldn't get in the UK for a long time. It used seamless branching, which is a thing. Is it that isn't a thing anymore? Where they would have one film, and if you wanted to go on the special edition, when it got to a certain part, it would take bits from the other bit and bring it over, but it would do it seamlessly, so we'd never know it even switched. I don't know how they did it. I mean, it's an amazing bit of technology, one that I don't think happens anymore, or maybe it doesn't. Nobody really talks about it. But that's a nice cover there if you're into that type of thing. And if you want to buy that, you can get one of them for £5 or less. You know what, you break the bank for that at all. Now this one here, I had to put this one because you think from this shelf here, you might think, right, these are all brilliant, but do you have a one that is like the worst slipcase in this pile? Well, I don't know this might be the worst slipcase in my whole collection, but it's the worst one on this side. I'll go through them and see if there's any bad ones. I'll show you any bad ones I think was lazy, or just the film itself why did it even warrant a slipcase. And this one here, if you haven't seen this film, you need to get this film, and you can get them for £5 or less. I don't know about the slipcases, mind. I was just lucky enough or unlucky enough to get a slipcase, and but I do love this film, but it is pure trash. And it is Danny Dyer's classic Run for Your Wife, featuring Denise Van Outen and Neil Morrissey and Sarah Harding from I'm going to say, is that Girls Aloud, something like that. It's absolutely mind-numbingly rubbish, but it's funny because for some reason it's got the biggest amount of cameos from UK comedy people from comedy films. There's millions of people in this. I'll read out a couple. Plus star cameo performances. Get this: Judi Dench, Cliff Richard, Rolf Harris, Richard Bryars, that was his last role, believe it or not, Bernard Cribbins, Maureen Lipman, June Whitfield, Russ Abbott, Brian Murphy and Sylvia Sims. Wow. And there's loads more than that, and they only make like guest appearances of like 10 seconds. And the film is just one of the worst films you ever see, but it's absolutely, you've got to see it to know that this film, they could have even made a film like that. it just might be even worth doing a video about it, because it is awful. So just popping on to do a quick unboxing. I don't know if I mentioned on me starting my video that I was going to get something delivered today, and I was going to unbox it on a part of this video, but anyway, I'm going to slot it into this video when I cobble it all together. Okay, so I've just got to thank my good friend Yuha Yulin for, I had a chat last night on the comments on my last video, and he put me in to get this thing anyway on DVD that I've ordered from Amazon last night, and it's just come just before. And so thanks Yuha, thanks for reminding me that it is available on DVD. I was holding out for the Blu-ray of this, but the Blu-ray is quite expensive at the moment. So let's see what this is, if you haven't worked it out already. Okay, so the thing I got off Amazon today is the Eureka DVD of the film Vampyr. Now this actually feels very heavy. It's got, I can't really read this, the light I've got in here is pretty bad. I will talk about this in another video, but the fact is I actually own this now, and I thought I didn't really see, when I went looking for the Blu-ray of it on Amazon, it come up with the fact you've got to get the Criterion one on Blu-ray. I didn't realise, and I thought that there was I knew there was a one on Eureka, but I thought it was a Blu-ray version, but I don't think there is a Blu-ray version on Eureka. But anyway, I've got the DVD of it, which is only £10, and it's got, obviously it's got this booklet in it, because I can feel this being really heavy, and I would just want to obviously have this film in my collection. I will upgrade it to Blu-ray unless this copy is good enough. It might just suffice for the moment, but it means I don't have to break the bank, and it is packed with extras, and obviously a big booklet as well. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. And this was officially my favourite film I watched in the month of January, and I'm going to watch it straight away on this because the one I watched on the YouTube channel, which I'll link down the film anyway down below. It was okay, but the quality was quite poor, but I think it should be a lot better. So what was my favourite slipcover on this whole on this video, are the ones I pulled out today. This will go into my pile of favourite slips. And the other ones I've got that are from the other two videos, I'll just recap on them, is Eliminators and Crimes of Passion. This one comes alive, and this one's just so, I just love the artwork on there. So these are my two that I've got in the pile for top contenders for the title in a forthcoming video. So the one that I wanted to pick today for my favourite one out of this lot is going to be number 60 in the Italian Classics collection, and it is Lucio Fulci's The Devil's Honey. Now this, you could say this is pure exploitational to put a cover on like that. It's got a lovely feel to it. I do love the artwork on there. I just think it's drawn amazing, and it's one of the best just looking covers I can see. It's just the colours on it, just can't believe how colourful this is. The film itself is quite a funny film. I do like it quite a lot. A lot of people don't like this film. The artwork in there, I can't show you all the artwork, but the scene with the saxophone is something that you just think, what, when you're watching it. I have never seen anything like it in my life. But the film itself is quite a good film. But I just think that these ones got a lovely soft touch as well, and this is a soft touch, and this one isn't. Oh, actually, no, it's not, but it's a matte one. So there's my three contenders for top slipcover in my collection. So there you go. That's part 3 done, and I'll be back sometime soon for part 4. So you take care. Appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.